What's up, people? How are you doing today? We're back with another video on tires. Alrighty, people. Running the bike riding back again with another video on tires. I don't care how well your car is tuned up. I don't care how flashy your rims are, how big your rims are. If you don't have a set of good tires on there, that car is going nowhere. You can have the fastest engine on the planet, but if you don't have tires to grip the road, tires to stop when you need to stop, you dead in the water. I'm just saying. So, we are reviewing a new tire. Once again, what I'm after is budget, especially during this time of COVID-19. People ain't got money to be just splurging on stuff. Well, if you're rich and you got it like that, then, ball out. But outside of that, people want to be conservative. They want to know that just because they're paying a cheap price, they don't want a cheap product. They want a good product for a cheap price, a low price, inexpensive, if you will. So, I have found another cheap tire, inexpensive tire. Now this one, and I'm shocked because during my search of the other tire, which was what was it? What was the last tire we reviewed? It's out on the car. Achilles. So we reviewed the Achilles. The Achilles tire is gaining popularity, especially with the sports car enthusiasts and the track enthusiasts. They're all talking about how great this tire is. A low budget tire you can take out on track day and just shred it. Or if you just need a good pair of summer tires for a low price, that's the one to get. I've had Achilles on my Malibu for about, we'll say a month. Yeah. Since then, it has rained. It has poured down. It has been scorching hot. And these tires have not let me down. Speed-wise, I know my car could move. I know my car can move. I've been working with it. I've been putting it on the treadmill, making it shed some pounds. So I know the car has a little power to it. These tires, sometimes I scare myself because I bumped into something, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know how that happened, but the show must go on. Anyway, so I'm on the highway late at night, and I hope no traffic cops are listening to this. But I'm on the highway late at night, low traffic, people speeding by. And, the first couple of weeks I was reserved, driving under the speed limit. So there's one particular night, everybody's flying down the road, but it's not a lot of people on the highway. And that's probably why I did it. I don't know. So I said, okay, let's punch it. Hit the gas. it's a front end. The vehicle is a front wheel drive, which means the power for the wheels coming from the transmission and the differential are coming from the front of the vehicle, not the back. So instead of pushing the vehicle forward, it pulls the vehicle forward. When I hit the gas, y'all, when I hit the gas, almost instantaneous pickup. Now, I won't do it from a dead stop. I don't know if that's the filter or the transmission. I have to have both of those things checked out. But as far as the transmission, what I'm being told is I don't have to change the transmission filter. So I might just go ahead and do a fluid change, fluid drain and refill myself. I'm not sure. Depends on how I feel. Anyway, back to the tire. Bruh. The car goes. I'm not saying it's Lamborghini fast, nothing like that. But in the context of what a Malibu is capable of, this car has power. And the fact that, I'm sorry, y'all, but this train going by, and it threw me off. But who was hot? What were we talking about? Performance. Performance-wise, the car has picked up a little more speed. Like I said, it's not Lamborghini fast. It's nowhere near that. It's not even Corvette fast. But I've noticed from the few things that I've done, kind of clean up the engine, buying better tires, it's got a lot of this. It's even gotten better gas mileage. I posted a few pictures on Instagram. Overall, I have went from 14 mpg up to 20 mpg, and then it slowly started going back down to 19. So I got this back and forth thing right now, where sometimes some weeks it's at a 19, other weeks excuse me, it's at a 20. But I'm not complaining, because originally I said I just wanted to get to 18. The MPG from the factory, I believe, was 20, somewhere between 20 and 22. I might be off. Excuse me. But yeah, definitely no less than 20. So for this car to be at the age it is, and for me to be able to get it up to 19, 20 at best, that says a lot. That says a lot. So now we're at the point where we need some good tires, but everybody can't afford the cream of the crop. Everybody can't go out and get Pirellis or Goodyears or BF Goodrich or Michelin's. Michelin's is like excuse me, like $100 something, $90 to $100 something just for one tire. Just for one tire. You talking about getting at least 2 tires at a time. A set of 4. We're not even gonna mention that. So what I'm saying is, you definitely have to have a set of good tires on your vehicle at all times. But what I've learned in my research is that you got all kinds of different tires, different treads. You got the summer tires, you got the all-season tires, you got your winter tires. What do you choose? Now, the average person that doesn't know anything about cars doesn't realize that when you buy a car off the lot, especially a used car, you get whatever is on the car. and that might not always be the right tire. So the tires look like they got a tread. You keep it on the car. When the time comes, next thing you know, you're slipping and sliding all over the road. Like, dang, what? I don't understand. What's wrong? Why is the car slipping and sliding all the time? Why come it seems like my tires can't get no great grip? Well, if the tires are not designed to handle the snow, you're not going to get good grip. I mean, plain and simple. But see, a lot of people don't know that. And I understand that struggle. Because I've been through it myself. I am learning about the different styles of tires. And I'm passing that information on to you guys. So you can make a better decision about what you want to put on your vehicle. Now, the old tire that I had on there was the Continentals. Good tread pattern, nice tread pattern. I like it a lot. But when I went to go look for new tires, when I went to replace them and I looked at the price, no. I can't do that. Not during the pandemic when people are out of jobs or people are barely working. So I decided to search the internet to see where I could find the cheapest price on tires, or at least discount. Amazon, which I have an account with, sells tires. So of course, I bounced back and forth between the internet and what's the name? Amazon. And this is what I found. So we have here the Continental Extreme Contact. Nice cross tread pattern. Like I said, when I was a little kid coming up, well, not a little kid, but when I was first learning how to drive, it's like everybody that bought a used car had mismatched tires on them. And I bring that up to say that the mismatched tires, each tire had a different tread. Nowadays, you can actually buy a tire brand new, and it literally has different tread. The tread on this side is worn out. So is this side, but you can already tell that this side of the tire is different from this side of the tire. Crazy. And the sipes, what they call sipes, are these little small lines, deep lines in most cases, inside the tread. And it helps to give you better grip in the wintertime. So what I'm thinking is, the more sipes it has, the better grip it has. Now, of course, like I said, this is one of the premium tires. One of the best tires in the world that you could possibly buy is Continentals. Now, my understanding is that they bought a company called GT. In the past, I have actually used GT tires. Very good for the summer. But not so good for the winter. That was then. I don't know. I haven't used GT tires since. That was years ago. Many years ago. But at any rate, the GT tires are pretty good as well. I can only think that they would have improved, seeing how they're owned by Continental now. But they too have a nice little price tag. which brings me to my second budget tire, Milestar. Now, I was a little bit upset because this should have been the first tire I reviewed, but they didn't. For some reason, they didn't. They didn't upload this video. They didn't upload this tire to my tire search. You know. So the Achilles, the Starfire, and there was another off-brand that I've never heard of. Like, no, that looks like crap. I'm not getting it. So I took a chance with the Achilles. I read a couple of reviews. I watched a couple of videos that other people had did on it, and they seemed to like it. So, okay, I'll try it for myself. Great tire. Great tire. But it's been my experience that just what works for one person don't always work for another. So I could tell you, yeah, man, this is a great tire, great tire. $50-something a pop. Some people might be like, I ain't trying to spend that much money. I don't know tire. I get that. But at the same time, you still, regardless of how much you spend, you still need a good tire on your car. So, Milestar. Let's get into this. Milestar. Okay. Treadwear 540, traction A, temperature A, sport. It's got a little icon on it. I don't know if y'all can see it from this angle. That icon right there is, I guess it's supposed to symbolize a road. And then it has the name of the tire, Milestar, right behind it. Okay. The side treads, the shoulder tread, don't look mighty. They don't look really impressive. Nothing different that we haven't seen before. They do have a little more detail than the Continental tires that were on there. But then it's got these deep grooves on the track. There's sipes here. Not so much here, but it does have these little fine bumps. I don't know what that's about. And these have cuts and the bumps. So now I noticed the other day when I picked up the tire. Ooh, excuse me. I hit the camera stand. I noticed the other day when I picked up the tire that this thing is very soft. And when I say soft, I mean you can literally go from the top of the tire, press your hand down, and the tire will flex. The sidewall itself seems to be constructed pretty firm. There's no give, no play in the sidewall. Just the tread section is soft. Now, let's see. I want to compare it to the Continental, but the Continental being an old tire, worn out tire, it's soft already. So, but then again, you're comparing a worn out top of the line tire to a budget tire. I don't know. It's like comparing apple to oranges. But anyway, I like the tread pattern on this tire. I'm not too much impressed with the shoulder blocks, but the center section, all this here, and here, I like that. You got the slits in the each block. You got these little fine bumps. So I'm assuming once the tires get up to operating temperature, that's going to help grip the road more. This one is cheaper than the Achilles. And again, like I said, I was looking for a cheap tire. I found the Achilles. And then a month later, when I'm looking for other things, they give you this notification, oh, we found something you might like. Customers that were interested in such and such also bought this. They also looked at this. And I'm looking at the tires and I'm like, okay, that one's too expensive. That one's too expensive. No, that's not going to serve my purposes. Then I get to this one. I'm like, oh, that looks decent. How much is it? Like, whoa, wait a minute. You mean to tell me they had a tire with decent grip that cost less than Achilles? Like, now you mention this? You should have led with that. But all in all, like I said, it's got a little flex. But as far as the sidewall is concerned, the sidewall, that's solid. The flex doesn't come on the sidewall. It's coming directly on the tread. But making sure you have the right tire pressure should address that issue. Especially if you run these in the wintertime. I would say light snow, because they really didn't give too much information on it. And not only that, a lot of the upper tier tires will have an icon or 3 or 4 letting you know if it's an all season, all weather, if it's just a summer tire. Nothing. I have looked. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I missed a spot. But I have looked. And I have not come across tubeless dot I have not come across anything resembling, was it steel belted, an icon that lets you know. I mean, it says temperature A, but what is temperature A? Now I gotta go do more research. I mean, I don't mind, but you know, when you actually buying the tire, you like to know this information beforehand. So, I wouldn't go any cheaper than this. This tire can be found on Amazon. Maybe on, what's that other place that I don't deal with? eBay. It's called a Milestar. I like the traction. I think this tire is great for the summer. A nice budget tire. I don't think it's as good as the Achilles, but we're going to find out which one is better. And I will let you know the results of my testing. Once I find that, I'm going to rotate the tires, have this one on the back end, and I'm going to put my Achilles back up front. I like my Achilles. A more expensive tire is not always the best tire, but depending on the brand name, and see, that's another thing, folks. When it comes to branding, you have a lot of tire companies have been in the game for 50 to 100 years, maybe a little bit longer. So they pride themselves in a good quality product. Never really heard of Milestar, but I'm going to give it a chance. there are other budget tires that are in the $60 to $70 range. I also want to check those tires out. So we'll be doing occasional tire reviews. That's something that's not going to stop. People need to know. But as far as this tire is concerned, the Milestar, I'm going to give it a positive review. Again, I like the tread, the blocks, the way the blocks are spaced. I like the fact that it's got sipes. So if you have to use these in the wintertime, light snow, anything else, a harsh winter, I cannot say with certainty that you will survive the winter with these tires on. The beginning of winter, yeah. Now, if it's the end of winter and you want to grab these because you know spring and summer is right around the corner, then do so, by all means. But be cautioned that these tires will not work great in the winter. So you may have some difficulties depending on what part of the country you live in. Winters aren't always the same. You know, the winter in New York is different from the winter in California and Nebraska. So take it with a grain of salt. These are good tires. This is a good tire from what I can see. I will have more of a feel for the tire once I get it installed. And with that, good people, I will talk to you later.